Welcome to JCB Live! This is Wine Style with Donnell.
Here comes the groundhog, seeing if he has a shadow. He's a ferocious groundhog, maybe rabid.
But I guess I cannot be a tiger today.
No, you're a groundhog today.
Ooh, this
Happy
is a big
Groundhog
change. So tell us the history, because this is amazing, Donnell. Whether it's he sees the shadows or he doesn't, it's going to be a long winter or not.
Right. If the groundhog, I believe it goes, if the groundhog sees his shadow, then it's going to be 6 more weeks of winter. If there's no shadow, then it's going to be an early spring. So I have 2 cocktails, one for spring, one for winter. So we've got you covered on both ends.
God, so you do both that night so you know what happens.
So we are going to do our spring cocktail first because I would prefer it to be spring.
Exactly, me too.
And we're going to use the LVE Sparkling Rose, which I'll let you open. Pop that cork.
You give me the honor of being the popping
Always.
hog.
Oh.
I'm the popping tiger hog.
Popping hog.
It's not easy to pronounce those things. Yes! Oh, it came back. It's a good sign. It's going to be spring.
It's going to be spring. So this one's a little bit different. Some different flavors. You're going to be a little surprised.
My mouth is so excited.
I did try it out on somebody. They said it was pretty good. So we're going to start with...
Who was that somebody, by the way?
It's a secret.
Oh.
I'm not telling.
Donnell. You cannot do that.
Might have been during work hours.
She's doing a lot of secrets in 2021. I'd like to see her wish list for the year.
Maybe.
Did you make one?
I started it. I add to it daily. So we're going to start out with a half a cup of blueberries. And we're going to put them in our trusty tin here for our muddling. And
we want to look at every of your movement.
Okay.
And as you know, this is our fabulous LVE Legend Vineyard exclusive. If you don't know what that is, this is our wonderful relationship and partnership with John Legend. And this is our first ever Brut Rosé from France. Very exciting wine, fresh, crisp, and very inspirational. Inspired and approved by John Legend.
okay, so I squeezed a half of a fresh lime. Now we're squeezed.
How did you squeeze it? I did not see you.
I did.
Oh, you used the tool.
I used the tool.
Did you feel
Squeezer.
the shadow in there, or did you feel?
So now we're going to add maple syrup.
Aha! A lot of maple syrup.
2 ounces of maple syrup. Well, it's a large recipe because we're going to use the passion glass, which holds a lot. Then we're going to muddle all these blueberries.
You turn your wrist. It's a great technique.
Well,
how did you learn that movement?
Trial and error. Trial and error. I didn't have
Can
a muddle.
you do it with both hands?
And I can't do a lot with
Ooh,
my
I
left
like
hand.
that movement too. Huh?
Okay, so we're going to muddle this.
The art of muddling.
Right. Really, really well. There's a lot of blueberries in here. Okay. Now we're going
That's
to
the proof. And the maple syrup, we could see it.
add ice. And you're going to add a half a cup of fresh brewed tea, unsweetened.
And the tea is the Oakville Grocery fabulous new tea, right, that you're using.
It is. Okay,
We're making our own tea now.
Shake it up. Okay, now you're going to strain this.
Okay. Look at Donnell artistic vision. God, that color is magnificent. I feel it fills the spring.
Right?
Oh, this is what we wish for because we live in California and we love it.
We're going to top it with the LVE Rosé. And I just love the color. I would have dropped some blueberries in here, but it looks like someone's been eating them.
Well, I'm a tiger
there's
and a
two.
hog.
There's
so what do we
two.
like? Blueberries.
And that is it.
That's it?
That's it.
Look at that
all
gorgeous
flavors.
foam. I love your cocktail because You think about the visuals, the color, and the foam.
Right, right.
Always, it's about the appeal. Can I go?
Your turn.
Extremely natural. That's what I look for in a cocktail, personally. Fabulous. I would suggest we continue tonight with the spring one.
Oh, that is really, really.
That's the
delicious.
spring vision.
This is a spring vision.
We can drink out of the same glass. We've been tested and vaccinated, so you know the tigers in the jungle are wild and they're ready to welcome you in the heart of the wine country, right?
Absolutely.
We've been missing you all like crazy. And you think we can only drink wine? Donnell makes the best cocktail. So we've created a whole cocktail designed area now at Raymond Vineyards where we can welcome you and obviously have you taste all the cocktails that Donnell has made. Right, Donnell?
That's right. Okay, so we're going to now, if we're still in winter, we're going to do something for winter.
Okay.
So we're going to make an Alexander. And I think when you hear the word Alexander, people assume a brandy Alexander, which I'm sure you know of.
Yes.
Well, an Alexander originated in the early 1900s, and it was actually made with gin, not brandy. So a gentleman named Troy Alexander in the early 1900s created this drink. He wanted a white drink to honor a woman who was...
It's always about a woman, isn't it?
Yeah, she was a cartoon character who she symbolized the clean burning of the railway. And she wore a white hat, white gloves, white dress, so he wanted to symbolize it with a white cocktail. So
Great idea. So you're going to use our gin.
I'm going to use your gin. So we're going to fill up our shaker with ice.
And our gin, dear friends, is obviously grape-based, Burgundy, Chardonnay, Pinot as a base, 7-time distilled, and then over 47 fabulous herbs, plants from the garden, majority of them organic and biodynamic. So this gin is extraordinary. Whether you like gin or not, you would love it. And we all addicted to it. This is one of the most amazing creation we've ever done. And I think the most complex. As much as it could be difficult to think about mixology as you are and sparkling wine making this gin is probably the most complex because you are a true alchemist in all its senses, meaning you are a true maker of something that has never been done. So there's no benchmark. And that's in life the challenge or the opportunity is when you create something where there's no benchmark. And that's personally what I love because the benchmark will become yourself. And in this case, one of the best gin in the world.
Right. Well, and it's quite exquisite. It's like no other gin. You can't even describe it. You have to taste it. You have to try it. You have to drink it pure. And I had some this morning, actually, when I was making cocktails.
That's why she looks so fresh, enlightened, awake. And look, Donnell is using our new Passion glass.
Those are my favorites.
Which is on its way to the United States, being produced now.
Wonderful.
In France. And we're going to be releasing it in the late spring, early summer. So we're actually very excited. As you can see, it takes, again, the same beautiful diamond cut and beautiful light coming through. The enlightenment of the drink, the beautiful, of course, lines that symbolize the sunburst, and then the great shape of a martini glass. So it's going to be a big release, dear friend, when it arrives. I know so many of you are on the list. You want it, we want it, and we'll be cocktailing with it.
Okay, so let's make our cocktail in it. So this one's very simple. 3 ingredients. We're going to do 2 ounces of gin.
Made for me. Simple.
2 ounces of clear crème de coco.
Oh.
It comes in two colors. You can get the dark or the clear.
Oh, I see.
And then
Crème de coco.
Wait till you taste this. I tested it this morning with the gin because I had never had one with the gin, and it is so delicious. So I added 3 ounces of half and half. Shake this up.
Ooh la la, look at the nail. Both sides, Donnell, both sides. Look, she can do both sides.
Okay.
You're going to give us
chilled
again a
martini
beautiful
glass.
cream.
Oh, it's so delicious.
Cannot wait. Oh, it's like milk coming from the mother tiger, feeding you the pleasure of having 4 legs on the ground and being born.
Now you can either sprinkle chocolate on top, but I know that one of your favorite things is nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
Not cinnamon, nutmeg.
I thought she was going to throw a little curveball.
No way.
Oh, I
We're gonna
love the
sprinkle
nutmeg.
some fresh nutmeg on there.
You know, I don't know if you've done a lot of fondue this winter, but add nutmeg to your fondue with the cheese. It adds an enormous dimension.
Oh, I added it to our quiche that we made. It does. It's
Your quiche was probably one of the best I've ever had.
Thank you. Okay.
And my mother, even who watched the video and who's watching this one, said, Jean-Charles, should I start adding nutmeg? And I said, Maman, but of course. It's good to innovate.
Okay, you ready?
Is it it?
Is this your first Alexander?
I'm so excited. Not my first, but
Your
the
first
best
with,
ever.
Okay.
Mmm. Mmm.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I love it too.
Oh. Is the hog out? He's looking left and right.
I think he is.
I want to stay in winter because I need to tell you, I love the spring, but this is so sexy,
delicious.
so seductive, so mouth fulfilling. And I think you have so much, umami in it. There's so much texture and so much elevation and so much, it keeps coming and coming and coming. Yes. Well, dear friends, again, a big round of applause for Danielle.
Thank you.
Our mixologist, and come to see us at Raymond Vineyards. You're going to see her bar, and this is where you want to test, taste, and be enlightened with all those great creations.
Cheers.
Cheers.